Welcome to Riks Europe. My name is Rebecca and I'm joined by Pieter Cleppe, editor for Riks Europe. Today we are going to discuss the latest developments in regards to the war in Ukraine. Pieter, what are the latest developments of Ukraine following the election of Trump in the US?
Well, this is indeed the big, change that people expect it to be. But to be fair, we don't know. We're not sure if the election of Trump is ultimately going to change the situation. We also don't really know what the plan is that Trump has. There are leaks, there are comments from J.D. Vance, his vice presidents, and what we can sort of decipher from that is that Trump wants to sort of put pressure on the Ukrainians by telling them, look, if you don't go along, I'll cut your funding and everything. Is that going to work? We don't know. Maybe countries like Finland, but also Sweden, Poland, they may take over some of the funding that the United States was providing. But I do think that Trump has a lot of leverage over Zelensky, over Ukraine. On the other hand, Trump then also wants to pressure Putin. He wants to tell him, look, you have to stop this. You can keep the territory you stole. But you'll have to accept that there's going to be some kind of a buffer zone, perhaps with European soldiers guarding the peace, all paid for by Europe. Will Putin agree with that? I think that's a big question.
So, do you think that Putin ultimately will agree a deal with Trump to stop the war?
For Putin, this war is convenient because it pushes the attention away from his domestic looting and mismanagement and his dictatorship, basically. So if you're a dictator, that's what you try to do. A foreign conflict, it always comes in handy. But then you have to make sure it's not too big that you can escalate it once in a while. Also, an added plus for the corrupt Russian elites is that they don't have Ukraine as how Russia could be. If Ukraine was successful, it would be some kind of a non-corrupt alternative to Russia. So Russians would start asking questions like, hey, why can't we have this over here? For him, it's in his interest to sort of obstruct the functioning of Ukraine as a state. And now, even without Putin, I think Ukraine is already quite corrupt, but of course it doesn't get any better. Now, will Putin ultimately then bend to the pressure from Trump? I think it's difficult to say. Like I explained, he has a lot to lose. Putin has a lot to lose. And Trump may really have to escalate a lot. He may introduce new sanctions on energy exports out of Russia. He may give Ukrainians a lot more weapons than Joe Biden is willing to give to Ukraine. And in a way, that's quite dangerous. I think I could imagine Trump doing that, telling Putin, look, be careful what you're doing. I'm going to give Ukraine this and this and this, and they're going to be allowed to even strike Moscow. Many people think that Trump is the peace president, and I do think he generally wants peace, but maybe by following this strategy, if that is his strategy, he may actually bring closer a dangerous escalation.
Thank you, Pieter Cleppe, for your insights.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for watching Riks Europe.